On this episode, we talk about Mulan, $30 and a movie theater. How much are you paying to not go to your movie theater? Tune in. What is the deal, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of That's the Lifestyle. My name is Ramon.
It's your boy, Kicksguard, in the building.
And it's your boy, Snow. Let's go.
All right, today we are talking about Disney, Mulan, a movie theater, or lack thereof, and my $30. I need to know.
No.
So, Mulan is
Confused.
I'm confused. So Mulan is, I guess, I don't know. Does anyone not know what Mulan is?
We're good there. We don't need to explain that.
All I know is Szechuan sauce. Shout out Rick and Morty, Szechuan sauce,
It's fucked
Mulan.
up. It's fucked up.
Mulan back in the days when it originally dropped, they put McDonald's did the Szechuan sauce.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty.
I actually remember.
Yes.
I was just watching that episode.
Yeah, I love the film that came out back in the days. That was like what, 99, 98?
Ish.
It was cartoon-ish, too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the
we know
little
what
animated
Mulan
joint.
is.
Yeah, we know what
Yeah.
it is.
Okay,
For sure.
so we know.
Shout out to Eddie Murphy, because a lot of people don't know he played the voice of the dragon.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he did.
His money's long.
Hey.
Yeah.
I fucks with
I'd
Eddie,
say.
son. I fucks with Eddie.
The boy be working.
Indoor bowling, outdoor airstrip.
Gus, your fucking wife is a Sasquatch, Gus. Yeah. So Disney, and let's be honest here, they made the right call. Disney is not releasing Mulan to movie theaters because of COVID-19.
Right.
This movie was supposed to come out at the top of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think in March.
Right. So
March-ish.
Disney,
Which is, to them, by the way, just didn't mean to cut you off, which is considered going into their summertime
they
movies.
start that early. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So-
I believe it would have been a good movie.
Yeah.
I got no reasons to
looks
believe
pretty
it
good.
won't be a good movie.
Right. But for $30.
So what they're doing is they're saying, all right, we're doing the responsible thing here. We're not releasing this to theaters, and I would even challenge responsible here because you guys know me and Disney, we don't get along, so they just can't release it to theaters. I'll say that. So they're releasing it directly to their Disney Plus subscription service. Right. So not only you can't just waltz in to Disney Plus and be like, yo, I want to see this movie. You have to pay your, I don't know, what is it? I think I paid $15 for the Hulu ESPN bundle. But it's it's like $7 or something like that. I don't know. Whatever Disney Plus is. You got to pay that fee. And then on top of that, they're charging you an additional $30 to see the movie.
Every time you see the movie.
We don't know yet. I'm thinking it's going to be the Apple, Android, Microsoft movie rules apply where when you buy it, you have 48 hours to watch it as many times as you want.
Sir, you will respect our cable providers for laying that
I
ground
don't respect
rule
cable
out.
providers. That's why I cut the cord.
Nah, fam. Pay-per-view, fam. 24 to 48 hours. It was originally 8 hours. I remember it being 8 hours, and then it became 24.
I don't respect
you
them.
will
I don't
respect
respect
the
them.
gods.
Because
without
the
them, you
last
don't get
tire I
this
pissed
trash
on when I
Disney
was drunk?
stuff right now.
It was an Optimum truck.
Mm-hmm.
I was drunk. I needed somewhere to piss. And I was like, this motherfucker right here, his tire gonna get it.
Yeah.
May your next service internet not be from Spectrum.
It might be, who the fuck knows. So this is very interesting because this can go two ways, right? The most obvious is fuck you, get off my couch. I am not giving you a paywall and then paying for the shit again. That's the obvious route.
Right.
The not so obvious, but also obvious route to people who are in this world well, how much was you going to spend in the movies anyway?
Right.
What side of the fence are you on? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm waiting for the third, because if it doesn't come, I'm going to chime immediately.
I don't know about no third. This is all you got.
So hold on. That's all you got?
This is all you got. Ain't no third.
Listen, I'm waiting for someone to manage pirating that one movie and then sending it to the masses.
Oh, well, you know that's going to happen. They probably got it already.
I mean, listen, that's nothing.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me get this straight. I don't have Plus. I don't have Disney, right? If I wanted to watch this movie, I would have to get the subscription.
Yep.
I couldn't just buy into the movie.
Yes, you have to pay for the subscription.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
So-
I'm done talking about it.
So you're just not buying a Disney Plus.
Son, I'm done.
But if you had Disney Plus, though, like if you had Netflix.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you again. If I had Disney Plus, and it's just me as I am today, no.
But you're not going.
You know why?
Come to the crib.
You know,
You could watch this like pay-per-view.
Yeah, we could at one of y'all cribs. You know what I'm saying? Because I won't be having Disney Plus.
But my thing
I'll
is,
kick in my little $5 and $10 for the fight party.
This is essentially
because
Disney Plus pay-per-view.
but
So guess what? It's cable plus pay-per-view, right? So here's what this is. This is what this looks like to me, right?
Okay.
Here's the landscape before Corona. Your movie drops in December. By the end of January, if not February, I see commercials that I could buy it on Blu-ray, digital, or wherever the DSPs are, right? And when it comes out, I will not have to pay that price. That price will be very similar to the ticket price. Now, we live in New York City, so other people may not get that. New York City is, most of us, well, not most of us, we tend to be in Manhattan a lot. When you're in Manhattan, you pay Manhattan prices.
Right.
Things that cost $1, unless the price is on a can like Arizona, cost $2, if not $4, right? So a movie ticket in Manhattan at two of my favorite movie theaters is anywhere between 16, 25, and 19 and some change.
16 sound good because for some reason 1750 is in my mind.
Right. So last one I paid, I think it was like 16. They tried to get me for 1750 when I was RSVP something. I said F off.
Was it in 3D?
Nah, 3D automatically puts you 20 plus.
Yep.
So already that is at minimum $13 more than what I'm willing to spend on a movie ticket. I do not care if I can just watch it in the comfort of my own home. You know why? Because I do not have that big ass fucking screen. I do not have that amazing all black experience with the amazing sound quality. Do I have some good sounding shit in my house? You absolutely yes. Do I have a beautiful 4K TV downstairs? Which we don't know what that's going to do, right? Yes, I can do that. Do I have other devices? Yes, I have all that.
Right.
But there's nothing like a big ass space with a big ass fucking room with a big ass sound and a big viewing source. I don't care.
And a brawl.
Oh well, you
and
know,
a brawl because a motherfucker
you
kicked
say the wrong
back of my
thing
chair
during
again. Here we go.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna show you Tenet.
So all right. So for me to pay 30, and this again, I'm gonna come to the other side. For me to pay 30 for in my house single experience, to where if we didn't have this Corona thing going on and everything was working as is, I could just simply not watch the movie and wait for the DSPs to come out. Because unlike this isn't going to be a spoiler to something that I care about, which means, and I'll get back to that going later into this conversation, right? So here's the flip side. What if we throw another scenario in there, right? I don't live alone. Okay, cool. Everybody in the house wants to see Mulan. Yes.
It's a deal
the
then.
price does, at $30, the price does beat, like, okay, if it was four of us going to see that was well over $30.
Yep.
But here's the other problem. We still have to go get a subscription service for something that we don't already have because we don't want it. in this house, I have people that stay in this house with me, and we already do not have Disney Plus. And we have the means to have it if we really wanted to get it, and we still don't have it.
So if you're talking demographics, there's a good chance that the motherfucker with the 4 kids, who's $30, the $30 we're looking at now is actually a great deal. Chances are they already have Disney Plus.
Right? I mean, hey, don't forget, there's 2 kids in this house.
Okay.
Because
so you think YouTube Kids is eating Disney's lunch?
Son, YouTube Kids is killing. Netflix Kids are killing. There is a such thing as YouTube Kids and Netflix Kids. It's not a Hulu Kids yet, which I think is going to slowly ramp up. If not, HBO Max steals everything from there. But the only, I said this, I think we said this before in the previous thing. Like, it was a very dick move for Disney to pull all their shit from everywhere. But a very smart move if you're Disney. Now you apply the pressure to the parents. Hey, are you going to pay for this too? Or are you going to get rid of that Netflix? What are you going to do? Right? The unfortunate answer is you can survive off of Disney without having to be in there because they're still on cable. And people like to talk that shit like, oh, we ain't got, son, motherfuckers be having cable, bro. That's why cable can still do what they do. People, you know what it's like? People talk the cord cutter shit, but yet the cord is like tucked somewhere back there.
That's pretty
under
funny,
some
actually.
garments or something.
They cut the cord, but it's still around.
They still got that triple play. Stop fucking lying. What's the house phone number?
Exactly. Give me the house number, fam. So, son, this is gonna be a decent sell. I think if they could figure out to like, here's what I would do. I would make people get soft accounts, right? Soft accounts meaning we have you in our email system with a pseudo account.
You don't have access to media, but you have access to purchase media.
You have access to this movie. You bought the movie, and under the terms that we set, whatever that term is, 24, 48 hours, we'll keep the history. You watch this movie, you have the account, and then, maybe later we say, hey, here's a promotion on Disney Plus, or here's another movie from Disney that you can watch. That's what I would use it as. I would not put the paywall for the movie. I would give you the account for free, just so you can watch the movie that you're going to pay for. So that way we can sell you other movies, because there's one thing that Disney gonna do is sell more movies.
Okay.
I got it.
Where you at, Tawann?
So this isn't a sell for me, simply because, well, there are no children in my household. As good as the movie looks, I've seen the trailers. I've seen the most recent trailer, and I've seen, what the potential of the movie can be. This isn't a sell for me. There's no reason for me to pay $30 for a brand new movie called Mulan and say, okay, it's no way for me to quantify me purchasing this.
I know you see me twitching, motherfucker. I know you see me twitching.
I probably would have went to see this in the theater. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Nah, hold on.
Hold up. Hold 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Let Tawann do his thing.
2 seconds. This is just isn't for me. Now, because we talking Disney, I'm gonna throw another one in there. Pretend for a second. This is Star Wars. This is Star Wars.
Sir, you are a better gentleman than I give you credit for. You wheel your old horse shit around front, son. So proceed. Proceed.
So now here we are. Is a Star Wars movie. This is the brand new newness.
Revenge of who the fuck else is left.
Whoever. Revenge of fucking Kylo Ren.
Right.
All right. So and I'm like, yo, son. This new fucking Star Wars is coming out. It's not hitting theaters because theaters ain't open yet, but we can watch it. So I'm still not. You know what? I'm lying.
You lying on your Timbs. You lying on your fucking
I'm lying
Timbs
on
right
my
there.
J's. I'm lying on my Jordan 6s, my man. I'm lying on my Jordan 6s. Oh, yo.
That $30 is looking alright.
I'm going to spend $30 to watch this new movie because
There's 2 people in your house that will watch it.
right, because this is what I'm into.
Right.
However, I think that what they're trying to do is they're trying to springboard a different type of service to everybody, because Corona has set a precedence for moviegoers. Look, it's very much unsafe currently for anyone to be going out in mass quantities to any one place, sitting in an auditorium where the potential of you getting sick is great. Now, I don't think that's going to be long term, but I think right now they have a fix for people not being able to go out into the movie theaters, and this is their fix.
I applaud them for doing something though.
For sure. I think that this is a great idea for people who are into these type of movies or into movies, and they really need to get, like, this is a big budget movie. Yeah. This is not no I Come in Peace. If you shout out what's the homeboy name that from Rocky, the Russian from Rocky.
Oh, okay.
He played this movie I Come in Peace. I Come in Peace never hit theaters. It was a B movie that hit videotapes alone.
I think I saw the trailer for that.
So it was a good movie. It was a good movie, but it wasn't.
I mean, I remember seeing the movie, but I was young, so almost everything came to VHS. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's dope.
So when I make that type of reference, it's like, no, this is not that movie. This is large scale. So they have to do something to recoup that money. And people are going to spend $30 to see this with whomever, or with their families. And likely is going to be people with large families, lots of kids. Everybody come over this Saturday or this Friday night or this Sunday night before school, if school's ever open. And they're going to say, hey, we're going to sit down and we're going to watch this movie because I'm going to spend my $30 and you guys are going to love it. And they're going to get the popcorn and all of the fucking snacks and everything.
At 95% off, by the way.
Right. And they're not going to spend kids prices for 5 kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
2 adult prices. They're going to spend $30.
I agree.
They
might spend 50 total,
if that.
Now, so what I think is important,
sodas, popcorn, and stuff.
Yep.
Is to one scenario, because we're not the demographic for Mulan. I don't give 2 fucks about Mulan, but Revenge of the Whoever. If this was Star Wars, and Tawann will tell you, we've been on the phone arguing about Star Wars for like 5-6 hours at a time.
Yeah.
And that's just because we just saw it once. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you get your smoke out, you take your notes, and you go back and see that motherfucker again, just so you can argue with Tawann again. You know what I'm saying? The fuck was he talking about? I didn't see that. Let me see what he talking about. But if you're talking in 48 hours, fam, we could fall asleep watching this shit and wake up and resume.
Yeah.
That's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
That's good replay value.
I mean, so I would like to know the execution, because is it Cablevision 48 hours or on demand Cablevision 48 hours?
By the way, the 48 hours term still has not been disclosed.
I know that, but I'm throwing that out there.
No, you're absolutely right. And
Yeah.
What's interesting to note is the Disney executive who's really pushing this together. He's like, yo, we don't even know, fam. We're just doing it to see.
Trying to see something.
Right. It's not something that's going to happen with all the movies going forward. He's just like, look, the movie's ready. We got to get it out there. Let's just see what the fuck happens.
Absolutely. And here's what I'm scared for, right? One, personally, the paywall I used to bitch about this for y'all Xbox players.
Yep.
Like, there should be no reason for y'all to pay the internet, pay Xbox Live, and pay Netflix for then your Xbox Live to go down and you can't watch Netflix on your Xbox device. Yep. Like, that's silly to me, right? Yeah. So they finally lifted that gate. Cool. And I'm thinking, how much money are you cutting short by having people pay for stuff that they don't want? Like, there's companies out there right now that are figuring out ways, before the corona thing, how to get you to do the trial without giving up your credit card. Yeah. Because what's everybody's beef? Yo, I forgot to turn it off.
Squarespace
and now
shit.
I got charged for a whole year. You know, it's SquareSafe, it's Amazon Prime, it's so many things. You know what I mean? So there are commercials out there that talk about this, like, hey, you don't have to give up no credit card required. We're going to kill you on the 7th day. Don't worry about it. We'll do it for you. And I think, like, what's wrong with the method that Tawann just said, which still works to this day from what I know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I had a definitive thing. Yo, just put it straight out on video and demand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And I get closing it to your thing.
Because they want to sell their thing.
You want to sell your thing, right? And that may work. I wonder how much. I wonder if Mulan's big enough to do that, right? Because
it's not, but it's big enough to continue. Because most people who got Disney Plus right now ran out of shit to watch. Let's get it.
Well,
Let's get it. Let's be for real here. There's not a crazy amount of content there.
I haven't been there in a month.
You'll see this shit and be like, well, at least I ain't got to pay the paywall because I already got Disney Plus. Here's a reason to go back in.
And that's money right
and
there.
Hamilton, right? And Hamilton's on there. So
Hamilton's there. How much is Hamilton?
Hamilton's not it's not behind a paywall.
It's part of the service.
Part of the service. So they're trickling these little things versus Netflix, where it's just a floodgate of fucking crazy shit. You have no idea what to watch.
So because I'm not in the Mulan business right now, I'm looking at it from a different spot, right? If everything went the way that it was supposed to go, right, or that we planned, and then, you know, plans don't work, I probably would have been, at best, a 15-year-old, right? I would have a 15-year-old by now. Maybe a 10, maybe an 8 as well. So I grew up, and I ain't gonna say I grew up on Mulan. I was, 15 when Mulan dropped. 15 or 16 when Mulan dropped. I watched it. It probably wasn't for me. I watched it. I like it. Anytime it used to come on, even when I was in college, you channel surfing, that shit on. I think I paused here. I didn't watch enough ESPN.
You only doing that because Pocahontas wasn't on.
I mean,
because Mulan
I really was
like
doing that because
we got 0.5 of a Pocahontas back here. Hold this.
First off, Lilo and Stitch. You know what I'm saying? And number 2,
that's a fact.
Robin Hood. The Fox Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? If that's not on TV, then I gotta go with what I could go with, right? So
that's the Kevin Costner.
No. The Fox Robin Hood, the cartoon one.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, okay, well, I'll watch this, and it's still enjoyable to this day. I'm pretty sure I can pull it up right now, and I'll still laugh, right? So if we are all the people who've seen the original, which is what happened with Lion King, we're going to bring our kids to see the live action.
Right.
Like, that's just the way it goes. The same thing happened with Turtles. We grew up on the best Ninja Turtle movies, not the cartoons. The best Ninja Turtle movies. So when this new shit came out, we was like, you know what? Let me show you the old shit, because we're going to see the new shit. You know? And maybe that marketing strategy will work. You know, to get people like me who's supposed to be fucking parents right now, and there's a bunch of people that's like me that are, and they probably didn't buy Plus yet, or they probably haven't been using their Plus account since they got it. Here's a great thing to reconnect. And I'm assuming that the Mulan is on Plus. The one that we watch is on Plus. I'm assuming that it's there. So you can watch that as you're waiting for the new one to drop.
Right.
To me,
it is there.
Right. So to me, that is a great strategy to try to pull that off. But again, I don't know if it's that big to pulling a substantial amount of new numbers in and still protect yourself from the number one thing that's gonna happen, which is people ripping you off. And I don't mean like, well, I get 100 people in the crib and we watching Mulan, you know what I mean, with the socks off. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm talking about I can get a clean signal to a movie that's dropping right now. Get your Cody's ready. You know what I'm saying? We with Dragon TV, like who we with? Shout out to 108 Dragons. So it's like, you know, you got to protect the business. You got to protect everything. But I'm super happy that they're trying. And because, again, this is Mulan. If it was Star Wars, you guys would be all over it. For me, my personal spending habits, I don't know what I would spend that money on. I don't know what I would break that law for. I don't think there's anything out there I would personally break that law for.
Hang on, fam.
Because my number one thing.
You said you guys. Who the fuck you talking to?
I said, you're a Star Wars boy too.
You talk about Star Wars and you included me in that bullshit.
Yes,
goddamn right.
Because you want something to argue with Tawann in. That you're that ignorant. You will pay money, so you spend your money so you can talk shit.
This podcast is very disrespectful.
Why else do you else do you watch Star Wars every year and then bitch off about it?
I mean,
Tawann specifically.
He didn't do it this time around. He did not do it this time around
because he enjoyed it, right? But
yes,
what he did like 8 summers prior.
What was it, 4 summers ago?
Yeah, you motherfuckers, you both scum and a part of the Rebel Alliance. You understand?
I wear my Rebel Scum badge proudly, sir.
I don't have to take this shit from nobody.
So I do think it's great. Is any of y'all paying $30 for Tenet? Something you never seen before?
I am. I'm paying for that Tenet.
Tenet? Yeah.
I'm paying for that Tenet.
You paying $30 for Tenet? Yeah. Hooked into another service or straight up?
Fuck where it is. I mean, I got everything, so it can't possibly be somewhere I don't have.
I would potentially drop that money, even though I don't want to get into that because I understand where we at right now, right? It don't matter if I live in a mansion by myself. Watching movies and the movie theaters who I also want to save is something that I need to exist. I don't want to live in a world where
it's a social thing.
I can't go to movie theaters.
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't. I don't want that. We're already living in a world where some of our big department stores are going away. And some of it's going to look weird.
You got to get over that Caldor situation, bro.
It's not even about Caldor. It's about consumers, bro. Consumers. Consumers is the store. Caldor would be the second store. You know what I mean? But like, you know, not seeing the Sears, not seeing the Kmart, not seeing the Models. And there's countless other stores that I'm sure our parents can, or even if we throw hard enough, it'd be like, you know, I love that store.
Yeah.
But we're talking about an industry, right? An industry that's already bleeding from the movies things.
The economics around them are crumbling for sure.
Right. And right now, this is something that's out of the movie theater's hands because this is going direct.
Yeah.
So what is Lowe's going to do? What is, you know what I mean? Like, what is Regal going to do?
I felt like Movie Pass. You guys remember Movie Pass?
Yeah.
It was actually 2 black men that came up with the idea, so that was cool. But I felt like Movie Pass really showed the hand of the economics behind movies, the movie theater industry, and how much they actually don't make, and why your fucking medium Coke is $7, but it's really not medium; it's a fucking
for sure.
Here's as much diabetes as you can hold in a container. Like
it's a magic trick, yeah.
So I feel like if we remove Corona, we would have been having this conversation 2 years later from today.
Yeah.
But because of Corona, it kind of like accelerated. Like, nah, we need to talk about this, fam. Because motherfuckers really and truly can't get out. They're not allowed to get out to the theaters. And I think some of them closed down. It was one of the smaller chains, I think, filed for bankruptcy a month or so ago.
Who was it, United Artists?
I can't remember which one. I don't even want to.
It's like one.
I love United Artists. So I hope it ain't them.
Right. So now you have movie theaters that are backed by these like United Artists. So United Artists is a production company. Like it's a movie company. They make movies.
I didn't realize that. Now that you say it, it clicked.
Yeah.
You see it now,
right,
right?
but I never realized it
Right.
before.
Right.
But
so
I love
that-
their theaters.
Right. And now you have like take a movie theater like the Ziegfeld. So the Ziegfeld, it's since closed down. You know.
Yes.
So the Ziegfeld was first of all, it was only one movie screen in that building, and it was massive. It was like high end. It didn't have the sound setup that your current up to date IMAX movie theater screen had. But the screen was about as big as an IMAX screen. However, it just didn't have the technology that they have currently. So it has since closed down. They tried to, I wanted to say one of the big movie houses, if I can use that term, tried to incorporate, I think I want to say it was maybe AMC, and it didn't quite work. It was kind of like, nah, fam, I'm not going to this one movie theater that shows one movie. It just has to be a really good movie, and then that's it. It wasn't strong enough to hold. So they fell by the wayside. So now then you have
when was this?
So many. This was late 2000, early 2000s.
Okay.
They shut down. Late 90s, early 2000s. So now you have theaters like, take for instance the theater that's, I don't know the name of it, but if you're from New York, if you fancy Brooklyn, it's the one by Prospect Park, off near Fifth Avenue. It's in that, it's like right.
I quite like that theater. They closed down for a little bit and they reopened like a year and a half ago.
And
isn't it like the Paramount or something like that?
No, well,
I think it's some with a P.
Right, but it's not backed by a big movie house.
Right. And you can tell because the fucking screens suck, the chairs suck.
Right.
They're small as shit.
So they're going to fold. Then you have the one on Court Street.
That's the big boy.
Fold.
Really? You think they're going to...
No, the smaller one. No, the smaller one down
the block. Got you. Yeah.
The big one, they're going to survive because they're backed by that. I want to say they're backed by AMC.
I think that's a Regal
that's
down
a
there.
Regal.
Is it a Regal or is it an AMC? Oh, no, I'm lying. It's a UA.
It's a UA. It's a UA.
It's a UA.
Oh,
because
yes, it is a
There's
UA.
two UAs in Brooklyn. There's the big one by us, Ramon, and then there's
that
one downtown.
one, yeah.
The one, those theater houses, those big theaters, basically, if it's an IMAX theater, it's gonna survive. All right, because they're backed by these big movie houses. And AMC, because it's a big corporate thing, they'll probably survive. They'll do what they have to do with the federal government, get their stimulus, whatever, and then they'll survive. But the smaller houses,
in trouble.
They're in big trouble. So in these smaller houses, they're like the cities get these big UAs and AMCs and Lowe's. The smaller middle America theaters, that's your mom and pop theater.
Yeah.
They're done. And these movie theaters will feature Mulan in it, but this is where they need that Mulan.
You know what's interesting? You say that. I think Endgame also unearthed a lot of the economics behind the scene because I saw an article that Avengers Endgame wasn't showing in a plethora of theaters across America. And we're not talking mom and pop theaters. We're talking big established theaters. And the reason was, in order to get a film that big, they want you to be showing it on at like 3 or 5 screens or theaters at all time. And a lot of the movie theaters push back like, fam, we only got 5. How the fuck you want us to commit to 3? Like, ain't nobody, after the first like 2 weeks, no one's watching this shit. And they forced them to have the movie on not only these 3 screens, but also for like a month and a half.
Yeah. So
a lot of the theaters was just like, you know what? Fuck you. We just not showing it.
For sure.
Right.
And some of these, it's like, it's the movie theaters. it's so cutthroat. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you dive deep into the realm of how these movie theaters operate. So take again Endgame. So Endgame is shot in IMAX, it's shot in 3D, it's shot in standard. Standard will always, it's like the first, again, like you said, to your point, the first 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And that's a stretch. You're going to get IMAX 3D. All right. Then you're going to get if you're a UA, you're going to get RPX, and then you're going to get standard. So, now again, you can do these things in a UA and a Lowe's or what have you, because they have the economic support to show IMAX, to show all of these versions of the movie.
Yeah.
Now let's filter down to the smaller, not even so much as mom and pops, but again, like the Court Street, the down the block Court Street.
Yeah.
For lack of not knowing what the name of the theater is. So they're done. Because they probably won't even get an Endgame in that theater.
Yeah.
And if they do, they run in standard. They're not making what they would make from an IMAX or in that, because obviously who wants to see Endgame in regular format? I don't.
Snow.
Nah.
You're fucking.
I probably
you're
will.
a fucking liar, sir.
You know,
Son,
I will.
We went on 14th
I will see
Street
it in Lawrence
to see Iron Man or some fucking thing in 3D. This man would not let me forget that we paid extra $6 for 3D for 6 years. 6 years. So we was sitting down at Umami having burgers, and he reminded me that I made him watch that movie in 3D, son.
Can I stop you guys for a second?
You know that movie wasn't worth
that
it.
Burger spot that you guys were talking about, what is it called again?
It's called Umami.
Umami.
Umami. Who the fuck knows?
Whatever.
Umami. Do you know that was on a movie? I can't remember what fucking movie it was on, but it was on a movie. And I was like, yo, that's the burger spot that they was talking about.
Fam.
Son.
You need to get there.
Yeah, and they changed the location. I had to send Neff to the new location.
You need to get there.
Is it the same?
Yes.
Is it the same? That's all I need to know. The new location.
I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Okay, so.
Because if you never had it before.
I've never had it
and
before.
what Neff is going on, they done been there like probably 3 times already within the week that I told them to go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on the docket for us to head over there, bring the wife. Everybody's going. I need. It's a small.
And get the truffle fries.
Is it a small? It's not very big.
Nah, it's a good portion.
The new look. It's a nice sized burger. Trust me.
This ain't no Shake Shack shit.
The store. The
store.
actual store.
Oh, the store. I don't know what it looks like today because
I don't know what the new location looked like. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak on that. But the old location was a nice, small, medium.
I'd say medium.
Classy looking joint. Yeah. Classy looking joint. You know what I'm saying? It had a bar in there. You could take somebody a date in there. They'd be very impressed.
They'd be fine. Yeah.
And they'd be very impressed with it because the energy, the aura that goes with the shit. And but F all that.
Uma.
UMAMI. Some shit. Google will find it.
You mammy, son.
Google will find it.
Got you. I'm going to put this on right now. But yeah,
let's tie this up.
Yeah, for sure.
Mulan ain't getting my $30.
No, hell
but perhaps some other movie will. That's where I'm at.
Revenge of Kylo Ren. God damn it.
Okay, Snow.
Hey, I know I was talking negatively, but best of luck, and I hope it rock. I hope it rocks out.
So New Jack City 2 is gonna get you $30.
Nah, wait for it to come out everywhere else so I can spend half
for
that.
Sure.
Are we going to see Coming to America 2?
And I'm not paying $30 for that either.
Fuck
no. And I want to see that.
What I got against Eddie? Anyway,
I love Eddie.
Is he going to be in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. Maybe got some kids. Kevin Hart.
Nah, sit. We out.
All right, peace.
My name is Ramon.
It's your boy Tawann, aka the Kicks God.
And your boy is no other side of the wall genius.
We out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.